I lost my aunt and uncle to a fentanyl overdose and my dad to a drug addiction.
DMX has died. The rapper's death follows his hospitalization after suffering a heart attack triggered by a drug overdose.
Fentanyl is affecting every gender, race, class, and age group.
1-year-old who allegedly was overdosing on fentanyl.
From a fentanyl overdose.
15-year-old daughter Olivia died of a drug overdose.
13-year-old Jose died from an accidental fentanyl overdose.
After the DARE program came to my school and did a 10-week curriculum on drugs and drug addiction, I saw a clip of Master P on TikTok.
I think you should at least try it, because I don't want you to go back to this.
I have friends that have been through this, and it takes 2 years of being completely sober to really be like you can walk away from this.
I started watching old interviews of my dad talking about his drug addiction.
I'm tired of lying to myself, thinking I could do it on my own. Because when I get left alone is when the devil peeks in and creeps in, knocks on the door like lead and sneaks in. And it's usually around the weekend that I get reckless and jump off the deep end.
I wanted to talk to other kids whose parents have died from an overdose or are still currently using. I came up with the idea to do a 4-part docuseries on fentanyl and drug addiction. I wanted to talk to people about their experience, trauma, feelings, and come up with the solution to healing. I'm ready to have the conversation that some adults aren't even ready to have. And try to find out the answer we all want to know. What can we do to help our loved ones to get clean and stay clean? My goal is to educate, spread awareness, and save lives. This is a topic that I'm very passionate about. I know that I'm just a kid, but I believe that I can make a difference. But I need your help in funding the series that I'm doing independently. Please donate and reshare my GoFundMe so you can see this project soon. Thank you so much. Please show love and say no to drugs. Hashtag Fenta, nah.
So today I'm joined by a special guest, 10-year-old Sonovah. Sonovah, you are the daughter of DMX. I just played the 2-minute clip that you sent me because you are trying to create a docuseries on fentanyl awareness. What got you into this?
I feel like kids aren't being heard enough. Like, people are working in rehabilitation centers to get their kids back because they're doing drugs, and we don't even know if the kids want to go back. I feel like we should ask kids more questions, and I want to talk to kids and see what I can do to help.
And what questions should we be asking kids?
How do they feel that their parents are on drugs? Do they want to go back? Would they ever do drugs knowing that their parents did it?
And so let me ask you, with the people battling addiction, you've been affected by it with your family. I've been affected by it in my family. Would you ever try drugs or fentanyl knowing what you know now?
No, I would never try drugs.
And does it scare you, or you just don't want to go down that path?
I think both.
Absolutely. So you being so young and having friends that are 10, 11, 12, why do you think there's so many young people? The youngest person I've seen, Sonovah, out here on the streets smoking these pills was 13 years old. Why do you think so many young people are going this route and trying these pills?
Well, I think that this generation thinks that drugs are cool, but it's not cool, and that doing drugs can end up with some people dying or getting seriously hurt.
Tell me, what are cool things that you'd rather do, that you'd rather be participating in?
Well, this documentary and being a kid, basically, like going to the park, going to the pool, doing fun kid things.
And when do you guys have like a date as far as when you'll be producing or trying to get your docuseries out?
Well, our goal is 120 days.
And what are some of the key subjects you'll be talking about in your docuseries?
I'll mostly be talking about drugs, why you shouldn't do them, and I'm gonna bring people from rehab onto the show so they can talk about their story, how they did drugs, why did they do drugs.
And what is something you've learned in the past couple years that you didn't know about addiction or fentanyl?
At first, when I was like 8 years old, I didn't know what addiction or drugs meant. I never heard that word before until I saw my dad talking about it in an interview. So I went to a rehab center and I talked to them about drugs.
I think it's amazing that somebody so young, you're putting yourself out there, trying to learn more, trying to help your generation with awareness and letting them know that it's possible to be productive and do things that are not going to harm them, right? So it's okay to be a kid. You don't have to try to be an adult to try to be cool, right?
No. I think that everybody's cool in their own ways.
That's a great point. Everybody is cool, and you don't need drugs. Or if somebody offers you drugs, just say no. It worked for me. I wasn't interested in drugs. People did offer them to me, but I was like you. I just, I don't want to try that. There's a lot of other things I'd rather do. Go outside and play sports instead of, taking things that I shouldn't be taking, right? What do you want to do when you're older, when you're an adult?
When I'm an adult, I want to be a rapper and an actress, and I also want to be a voice for everybody. Kind of like a speech person.
You're a role model right now. You're a voice for your generation, right? You having the courage to come on and talk about what you've been through in your life, share your story, your family's story. You're speaking to all the youth out there. I think you're already on your way to a successful life, okay? So I'm really proud of you. I just barely got to know you, got to meet you, and I'm very impressed because you seem very mature for your age, and I'm excited because you're gonna have a bright future ahead, okay? So thank you very much for letting me talk to you. Is there any last message you wanna say to the people out there that are gonna watch this?
Yes, I'd like to say, please don't do drugs. It hurts you and the people around you.
Hashtag
fentanyl.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay.
I will wait for you. Higher, saying ATL Jacob.
I'm yelling, rest in peace to Earl. My mama ain't rich, but your girl still spoiled. Playing with my daddy name and we gon' send a lawyer. Everybody smiling, but you know they ain't loyal. Concrete roads, yeah, Oakland be the soil. I be having fun, gotta be in the house by 7. 5 bands a show, but I'm about to turn 11. Still in elementary, but teaching boys a lesson. Knowledge is power, but don't use it as a weapon. This is not a podcast, I ain't just talking. Knew I was a boss from the day I started walking. Now for all the drama like a valet, I'ma park it. Time for revolution, GX about to spark it. My brothers and my sisters need me, I cannot be heartless. Love making music, so I'm doing this regardless. Ay, okay, it's an art form. Love my brothers, I'ma take it to the top for 'em. Love my sisters, I'm a kid, but I'll rock for 'em. So polite, but I'm writing like Pac for 'em. It's a lot, I got the stamina to do it. Really dedicated, so I'm really gonna prove it. I was born with it, so I can never lose